Hello everyone, welcome to session 11 of Software Testing Made Easy course. In this video session, we are going to continue exploring and understanding of this live project application. So this is a part 4 of the live project. So we started exploring and understanding of this application from session 9 guys. Okay, in session 9 we started exploring and understanding of this software testing live project application. Then in the next session or in the previous session, the current session is session 11, right? In the previous session, that is in the session 10, we continued exploring and understanding of the some functionalities of the application. Now, in this session, in the current session, that is session 11, we are going to complete, okay? We are going to complete the remaining exploration and understanding of the remaining functionalities of the application, guys. So let's get started by exploring and understanding the remaining functionalities of the application. So let's open the application. So this is application we are exploring from session 9 onwards. So we are going to complete the exploration of this application in this session, that is session 11. So till now, so far or till now, we explored these areas of the application, right? Whatever I am showing on this mind map, we explored everything, right? Now let's explore the remaining functionalities that in the last session we are at home page, guys. Okay, we are about to explore the home page. So here, before exploring that, I will change the theme, guys. Okay, this theme looks when it became big, right, it became confusing. So I'll select a theme here so that it will look good. Okay, change map theme. Maybe shall I? Let's see what will happen. Yeah, this is good, right? So this is good. Save. So I'll save on my desktop this mind map. Fine. So far we explored these guys. Okay. So far these are the functionalities we have explored. Is it ready? Yes, it's working fine. Now guys, I'll collapse everything. Yeah, these are the areas of the application we have explored so far. Now let's explore this home page. I think in the previous video itself, we have added this home page. Different ways of navigating to home page we added. That's fine. But now clear in a detailed way, let's explore the home page. So for exploring the home page, when you access the application, the home page of this application will be displayed like this. This is the home, guys. So no matter where you are in the application, let's say if you are somewhere here, you are seeing this home option, right? And click on this in the breadcrumb, you will be taken to the home page. So this is the home page. That's why I call this as a home page. So what's there in the home page? So let's start from the header options, guys. These header options are not part of the home page, but so uh, but let's cover this. Okay, let's cover them. These currency options are also already covered here. If you can see here, currencies are already covered. Then what next here? This is not an option. This my account is already covered. My account options are already covered. Login and register are already covered, so no need to worry. And coming to wish list is also covered. Shopping cart is covered. Checkout. So this is already done, guys. Okay, header options are already done as part of the previous explored functionalities. So then next line, search functionality is also covered. This button is also covered, right? Then this one is there. So this is nothing but the home page, right? On the home page, you see not only on the home page, anywhere if you go right, you'll see this kind of thing, right? So here, what should be there here is this should be a kind of logo of the application, guys. Okay, here I didn't put the logo, or this should be the name of the application, like Tutorials Ninja. Kind of name should be there, but that is not provided. This is a defect, guys. Okay, here your store is there. The name of the store should be there. The actual name of the store is not provided here, so we can note down that into the defects. Where is the defect? Defect. This is a defect. Here I will be writing the name of the store. Name of the store is not provided, okay, is not mentioned. Instead, your store text is displayed, right? This is one defect. Like this we can report defects, right? This is a defect. Here the name of the store should be there. Here your store is there. Here tutorials, if the name of your store is Tutorials Ninja, it should be Tutorials Ninja here, like that, guys. Fine. So that is not there, so we can report that as a defect. And so there are different ways of navigating to the home page, right? We can write this also. When you click on the, okay, on clicking the, I mean store name, click on the store name, click on the store name to get to this to navigate to the home page. When you click on this your store, right, you will get navigated to the home page, guys. No matter where you are on the page, no matter where you are on the page, if you click on this store name, it will take you to the home page. So this is another way of navigating to the home page, guys. This is another way of navigating to the home page. Fine. So this is done. Okay, this should be hyperlink kind of thing, guys. When you click on this, it should take you to the home page. Fine. So this is also done. Now menu options. We have the menu options here. You see on the home page. It's not only on the home page. Any page you go, right, this menu options will be there. So I will not consider this menu as a menu options as a home page. Rather, I will create one more thing here, saying menu options. Menu options. So what are part of the menu options? There are different menu options like desktop menu options, right? So what are the different menu options here? So we can write down that. Okay, desktops menu option, laptops and netbooks. So every menu option should work properly. The if you click on this, nothing is happening. This menu option is coming, and when you click on the sub menu option, it should work. So, such kind of things we have to verify. So when you verify this desktops, everything should work on this menu options. Okay, desktops menu options, then laptops, laptops and notebooks, laptops and notebooks menu options. Then we have components menu options, components menu options. Then we have tablets, menu options, and then we have software menu option. Then we have phones and PDS, phones and PDS. This is right. Yeah, this is and ampersand and is there. So then we have cameras menu option, cameras. Okay. Then we have MP3 players. These are all the different menu options available on this website. MP3. What is that? Players. These are the several menu options we have. Fine. There are several menu options we have done. Cool. So we have to check whether each and every menu option of these different menus are working or not. If I check on PC, it should take me to the PC category. If there are no products in this category, what's happening, guys? If there are no products in the category, then this message should be displayed. There are no products to list in this category should be displayed. Again, when you click on the continue, you'll go to the home page. Let's see that navigation to home page is available or not. There is that home page from category page, right? Continue shopping. No, it's not there. So we'll write it. Continue button. Continue button on the category page. Category or subcategory page. Let's say subcategory pages. When you click on this continue pages, continue button, it should take you. So if I go to this show all desktops, so here is the category page, and where is there any no? If there are no products, then we are getting the continue button, right? So here, what about this one? Yeah, continue button is only coming when you have no products in the page. So that's what we have to write here. Continue button on the category or subcategory pages which doesn't have any products, which doesn't have which doesn't have any products. Okay, category. The spelling we have to correct. Done. This is also done. So we have to check each and every option of this categories when, and also the last option when you say show all categories, right? You see all the categories which fall on all the categories are coming here. Show all laptops and notebooks, but here apart from okay, these laptops and notebooks are being shown, I guess. Desktops are collapsed, right? If you say show all desktops, your desktop options are being shown. So this option also we have to check, right? You see, you have, did you observe here when you say show all desktops, the desktop subcategories are being shown here, PC and Mac. But when you say show all laptops and notebooks, desktop is collapsed, but laptops sub options, subcategory options like Macs, Windows are kind of displayed here. What about components? Show all components. How many components are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options are there under components, right? All subcategories of the components are getting displayed here. Remaining categories, those categories, subcategories are not getting displayed. For every menu option, this show all components should be there. Okay. For you see show all MP3 players. So here you see only MP3 subcategory options are getting displayed. MP3 players, refined search. A lot of search options are also coming. The category pages. That's fine. So let's this menu options, you know, right? How to okay? We'll come to this again. Or we can do one thing, menu. After checking the menu options, what we have to do is we have to check the category pages. So for that we'll create one more item. We'll say that as, did we create anything like category pages? Okay, anywhere category pages are there? No, not it, right? So we'll create that category pages. So here I'll create a new module, that is category pages. Category pages. So here there are several categories here, and we have to check each category pages actually. So for example, if you take this MP3 players category, so all the MP3 category MP3 players category page has been displayed. You see some description is there, and we have to verify the name of the page, name of the category page. These are the different things we have to verify. Name of the category page. Then we have to verify the description, image and description of the category page. Image of the category page. Then we have to verify the description. What exactly is this category page? Okay. Description of the category page we have to verify. And then we have to, if you want to refine the search, these are all the test things, guys. So nothing is there actually. So we can go with the other things like show all desktop. So if you select this Mac, right, only Mac related stuff should come. Is there anything where show all components, only monitors will come, right? Only monitors. Under monitors again, the test one and test two are there. So that's fine. What about if I do this, nothing will come. There are no products. Okay, like that. So that refining search. So we have the refine search functionality, refine search functionality. We have to verify in the category pages, right? Here you see you have the refine search kind of functionality. And also this grid and everything is all like a grid and list view is already covered. That's fine. The product company is already covered. Sorting. So some sorting options are coming. Filtering options. Okay. So sort and show number of products. Sort and sort by. And other thing we have to verify here in the category pages is show. Show means show number of products. Okay. If you want to display up to 15, you have to select 15. If you want to display on up to 25, you have to select 25. 100 products if you want to display in the single page, then select 100, guys. Okay, all these options. So any other options left on these categories? So this category left panel, guys. Okay, so this panel. So anyhow, that will be covered. So name of the character in a description of the category pages. And so what else is there? This section we have to cover separately, right? So we'll add this somewhere. Maybe as part of this only we can cover category pages. Left category options. Left category options. So what exactly we have to call this panel? Okay, for that let's inspect this and see what is there. So this is for desktops. The next one is for laptops. On the top of that, left column they are saying left column. Nothing, list group. Okay, group left column list group, left column list group. So left column, what is that? Grouping. Okay, category grouping. Some name we have to create, guys. Okay, so based on some understanding we have to create category grouping panel. I'll say panel, guys. Okay, so this panel we have to verify. Okay, proper panel is getting displayed or not. For all the category pages we have to check this panel and see whether proper thing is getting displayed or not, this panel. And here what is that? So what is this actually? So let's see what is that. So when I, so this one, inspect this. So there's no name, no heading. Okay, banners. Okay, so there's nothing like that, right? There's nothing like, what is this actually? HP banner is coming. It's a banner. Okay, so why that banner is coming? We have to investigate, right? So let's go to another category and see what is, why that is coming. Desktop category. Here also same banner is coming, right? HP Helvet Packard. Okay. So what about this one? Show all components. Here also same thing. It's a banner, guys. Okay, advertisement kind of thing, maybe. So sponsored kind of product or something. Okay. So in every category, this is getting displayed. So we can add that also. Okay, banner at the end of the every category page there is a banner, guys, which is like a sponsored kind of product, whatever it is. So banner should be there every page, every category page. Same product is being advertised in all the categories, guys. In all the categories, the same product is being advertised. This is a advertisement banner kind of thing. Fine, this is also done. So categories pages are done, guys. So small things we can ignore, we can compare. Okay, that's fine. Showing 1 to 4 of the products. Okay, fine. This is fine. So what else? Let's go to the home page once again. Categories are done. Then we have this on the home page. Let's go to the home page now. Let's continue the home page. So here, this is a hero image, guys. Okay. On the home page, we have the hero image. Let's go to the home page. Where is the home page? This is the home page. What we have to verify on the home page, we have to verify the hero image. On the home page only, this hero image will be displayed as you say slider kind of thing. Okay. Hero image, slider. Hero image, that is slider images, you can say. Slider images. The terminology is hero images. So the main, okay. So the main things that you want to display on this application that you can mention here, guys. Okay. So most of the e-commerce applications will have this kind of hero images. If you can see, the main things will be displayed on this in the form of images. So slider images. You want to showcase something which is which you want to highlight throughout the application. You want to highlight something. What is this application about? What we are different and all the stuff. We generally use hero images or slider images here. Okay. So we have to verify the functionality of the slider images. Sorry, not this one. So this one. Okay. We have to verify the. So somewhere here, if I press, you see slider, we need to press it properly. If I click somewhere, it's going to the some other page. Why that is happening? That should not happen, right? When you click here, it's taking you to some page, guys. Here, if I click, so that may be a defect. Okay, we can report it later point of time. If you are clicking on the slider image properly, that's fine. Otherwise, you see here something is happening. Okay, here if you click, this is taking you to some product display page of a product that you can report as a defect actually. So when you click here, it should only the functionality should be all about sliding the slider images, right? So here I will provide a defect. Okay, slider image verification is done. Here a defect. Where is the defects? So defects. So one more defect we found during the exploration, that is clicking just beside the slider change option. Okay, or navigation option. It's taking us to a product display page. Like this, we have tried. Okay, this is one other defect we found. We can confirm that with the client. Done. So what next? So what next? After the hero images, we have the featured products. What are the featured products actually? So you see there are thousands of products in this application, let's say, and you want to promote only few products. Okay, so these products are featured products because the sellers who are selling these products, right, or these products are being sold very kind of, okay, they are best sellers or something that website want to showcase here on the homepage so that more sales will happen. Or there may be situations where there may be several sellers on this application, and these sellers will pay you a lot of pay amount, some amount, advertising amount to this application. So those products will be displayed on the top, guys. Okay, wherever needed, they will be displayed as featured products. They're featured products. They are something unique products or kind of products that this application want to showcase compared to the thousand other products. These products, this application want to sell more. Such kind of products, guys. Okay, maybe because of the seller paying more amount to display these products here, sponsored or kind of feature products, or the application want to showcase these products more than the other products. Such kind of products are known as feature products. So here, out of all the products available on this application, these four are the feature products, guys. Okay, so the application wants these products to be sold more than the other products. So that are known as feature products. So that are also available on the home page, guys. So somewhere here on the home page, we'll write featured products section. Featured products section we need to test. Okay, from the featured products, we should you see again add to cart is coming, add to wish list is coming, compare this product is coming. So we have to update everywhere. Okay, first thing is add to cart, right? Add to cart is coming. So we'll go to add to cart. Where is add to cart? Where is yeah, add to cart. Ways to navigate to the add to cart. Where are the ways? Not this one. Okay, this is the one, right? Add to cart. Okay, these are the different places where the add to cart option will be available. One more place where the add to cart option is available is the feature products on the home page. Okay, home page, feature products, featured products. Okay, section done. Then next thing is wish list. Go to the wish list. Where is the wish list, guys? This is the wish list, and here also add to wish list is option is available from different places. Here also home page, featured section, featured. Okay, done. This is also done. And then is compare this product. Do you have compare this product mentioned anywhere? Product compare. Okay, here also. So option compare this product option. There are different places from where this option is available, and that is nothing but this featured homepage, featured like this. Like this, guys. We have to keep on updating. And one more section is also there, guys. There are some clients. Okay, I mean generally these are like clients or what we call sponsors or someone who want to display here. Okay, sponsors or someone who want to display here or something. So they're also there. Okay, this what we call them. Let's inspect them and see what exactly they are. This is like okay, viewport featured section is done, and this is like a carousel. They are saying carousel. That's fine. Carousel is a terminology, and they are just simply displaying the logos, guys. Okay, some random logos they are displaying. So maybe we can say partners or something. Okay, we don't have a particular name for that, so we'll put the partner carousel or something. So on the home page, there is something like partner carousel section. Okay, PR partner partner carousel section. Done. Done. Okay, like this. Some names. If you have any doubts, you can check with the. You can create a doubt and ask question to the client that what section, what is the name of this section actually. Okay, because we are not clear, right? A very big carousel here. You see, they have put it. But what exactly? What logos are this? Why they have put? Why they have put the logos of these different companies here? We don't know, right? So if you have a doubt, we can clear that with the. We can add this particular thing into the partner PART, right? I'm writing this name here, but I'll check this in the doubt actually. I can write in the doubt section. Where is the doubts? We have defects, currencies, doubts. Yeah, here are the doubts. Okay. What is it all about? Okay. What is this all about? What is this all about? Okay. So we are not clear about why these logos are getting displayed here. So we have raised it out. Homepage, still scroll down, guys. Below the home page, right, there is some footer option. These footers will be displayed in any page, guys. Okay, no matter which page you navigate, in every page these footers will be there, right? So we'll create something. It's not part of the home page, but it's a general one. We can say footer options. Footer options. What are the different footer options we have? We'll collapse everything again and focus on the footer options now. Footer options. What are the different footer options we have? There are subsections also in the footers. One section is information section, and second is customer service, and third one is like extras. Fourth one is my account. Okay, my account, like this. Multiple foot categories of the footer options are there. Under information, what we have, about us is there, about this application. Okay, they didn't have anything here, so we can ask this can be a defect, guys, because this page is not updated, right? You can create a defect if you want. About us about us so here we'll write something here like in the defects. about us section need to be updated with proper content like this. Okay. So you see, there's no content here on this page. It's empty, right? So we can report that. We can report that as a defect. So what about the next one? Delivery information. Even delivery information also. Everything is a defect, guys. Here, all these footer options pages are blank. So we can generalize it if okay, the same thing is happening for every footer option. We can generalize later point of time. So these are the footer option guides. Here about this application should be there in the delivery information. Some information how this application will deliver the products to the customers should be there. Okay. Second thing is the delivery information. Where is the footer options? Yeah, delivery information. Done. This is also done. Then third option is privacy policy. So privacy policy, and fourth one is terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. Then we have this is also not updated. Fine. Okay. Then we have under customer service. We have contact us. Okay, we can text the contact. Your store address is there. Telephone number is there. Contact us form should be there. Okay. So contact us. Contact us. Under contact us, we have to test many things. One is we have to check the location. Okay, our location. Our location is there where store and contact details are there. We have to check that, and then under a contact form is there. Apart from this, we have contact form. We have to check contact form. Fine. So we have to verify this functionality whether this form is working or not. Okay, that's another thing. We'll check. There is a problem. The product I purchased. So something submit. See what's happening. Contact us page is getting empty, guys. Okay, there's a crazy, right? So there is a defect, guys. Okay, in contact us page also there is a defect. When you submit something, the your form is submitted should be coming, instead blank page is coming. So it's a defect. We can go to the defects and we can report. We can write down the note down the defect for now. On submitting the form, that is contact us form. Okay, blank page is getting displayed like this. Some message should be there, but here one more defect about a section need to be updated with proper content, right? All footer option pages are blank. Okay, this is a defect. I generalize the previous defect. Okay, then returns. So it's properly taking to the returns functionality. Okay, product returns. So you can provide the details of this product that you purchased and you want to return from here. Okay, so when did you order? What is the order ID? What is your name, telephone number, contact details, product name? Everything is there. Why you want to return it? Okay, there are several options. So every time you test this product returns, right, you have to check with different options. Dead on arrival. All these options should work. All these options should work, guys. Product returns. So here product returns is there under the footer options. So apart from contact us, we have this returns, right? Mm, Yeah, yeah, returns. So under we have to check this returns with several category type of options, guys. That is why we want to return the dead on arrival, faulty. So fine, we'll take that at later point of time. That's fine. Don't have to write down everything. Faulty order and all. And back means it will go to the okay, fine, returns. So why there is a back here? It's taking you to the login page. So what will happen when you log in and check the same thing? Let's find out that. Should get this kind of doubts, guys. Okay. And let's say I go to the returns and I'll simply say back. So it's taking to the my account page when you are logged in, and it's taking to the home. I mean login page when you are logged when you are when you have not logged in. So that's fine. So anyhow, we are going to check that returns thing separately. That's fine. We don't have to write down anything here. So next thing after returns we have sitemap. So what on this website, the pages, all these pages are displayed here. You see, all the pages on this website are displayed in the sitemap. So not all the websites will provide this sitemap, guys. If your e-commerce application is providing this sitemap, just make sure that all the website pages are there are available on this sitemap. Okay, sitemap. All the links on the sitemap should work. Sitemaps page should work. Sitemap page. Okay, sitemap. That's it. Sitemap. All these links should work, guys. Okay, if you click on it, should take you to the proper pages. Okay, done. And also all pages on this website should be there on the sitemap. Then coming to the extras, we have brands. Apple, Canon. Okay, these are the brands which are selling on our websites. So this is brands. So here brand is there. Fine. Okay, brands. Extras is brands. So brands. What are all the brands products we are selling on our websites? That will be there in the brands page. And gift certificates. Purchase a gift certificate. Okay, if you want to purchase a gift certificate from this website and give that as a gift to your friend, so that your friend will avail this gift certificate on this application. Already explained about gift certificate, right? While purchasing a product from this website. Okay, that is how to purchase a gift certificate from this website. This is the way. Okay, the reason for the purchasing this birthday or Christmas or general, you have to select this. So apart from brands, we have other option, that is you see a lot of functionalities there in this application, guys. Looks very small, but when you explore, right, when you dig, you'll get a lot of functionalities. It's gift certificates functionality we have to test from here. And you see any other things, affiliate is there. Affiliate. So this is another interesting thing where the bloggers can avail this option. So when you logged in, right, and when you select this affiliate, it will take to this page where you have this register for an affiliate account. Okay, register for an affiliate account. This is all about the affiliate. Okay, so here there is a problem. If you click on this, it's taking to the my account page. This is wrong, guys. Okay, it should take you to the register for an affiliate account page. Okay, it's a defect. So you can anyhow here affiliate we have written, and here we'll report a defect saying that affiliate footer option affiliate footer option is taking us to my account page. So what if you are not logged in? You should get these doubts, right? And click on the affiliate. Now it's taking to the affiliate program page. It's a proper thing. But when you logged in, when you are logged in, and when you are clicking on the affiliate, it's not taking to the affiliate page, right? So for a logged in user, so for normal user, it's working fine. For not logged in user, it's working fine. But for logged in user, it's not working fine. So this page should be displayed, and your affiliate information. Okay, this page. And also for not logged in account, also there is a separate page coming when you click, right? Affiliate program, new affiliate. You can create an account from here. Continue. You see this page is coming now. Okay, you can create this affiliate login. I'm retaining affiliate. Okay, you have an affiliate account. You can create an account. So all these things are there. So we'll write down here. We have to check this affiliate for a lot of things. So logged in user, we have to check logged in. There's some confusion also, guys. You can get it demonstrated from the client. Okay, so we can make it generic, like what's the doubt. Okay, so you can ask the client to explain affiliate functionality in detail. Affiliate functionality is confusing for logged in and not logged in user. Okay, so based on this question, right, the client will give more time for explaining, like in clearly what exactly they are trying to build. Okay, so here logged in user, not logged in. But what exactly is affiliate means, guys? What exactly is affiliate? Affiliate means here you are becoming a kind of right, let's say you have a blog, some XYZ blog is there with you. Okay, you have some XYZ blog with you. Let's say some okay travel blog. Let's say I have a travel blog with me. So let's say uh, so let's say this is a blog, is this is not my blog, some other person's blog, and let's say this person is registering with this affiliate program on this website. So what happens is once this person registers with this application here as affiliate, he'll become an affiliate. Okay, this person of this blog will become an affiliate of this website. That means on his website is going to display the products of this application. Okay, he is going, this person who is the owner of this blog is going to sell the products of this application on his website. And when some other people, the visitors of this particular blog, if they purchase any of the products that are getting displayed on this application, then the product will be actually sold on this application, but this application people will pay some commission to this person because he sold a product of this application. You got this right? This is affiliate program, guys. If you join an affiliate program of an e-commerce application, then if you have a blog, you can display those products on your website and sell them to your visitors. If any of your visitors will purchase those products from your website, from your blog, then this e-commerce application will pay some commission amount for making that purchase possible from your blog. Okay, so that's affiliate program, guys. So for in order to sell something of this application on your blog, right, you need to create an affiliate account and then log in and get all the details. Okay, get all the details. This complete affiliate functionality we have to explore. So let's see whether if I give my login details, what will happen. Yeah, it's we are able to log in. Okay, and here I'll give ABCD website and 1234 taxation ID. I'd like to get my payments for the products being sold from my website from PayPal email account AMO. Okay, like this. Okay, and about us, you see there is one link for about us here from the your affiliate information page. So here where is about us? Okay, ways to navigate. One of the ways like this, whenever you find some options, you have to keep on doing this. Okay, ways to navigate is from this your affiliate information page. Done. Okay, from this we can navigate. If you click on this, it will take you to the about us page. Now continue. You have your account has been successfully updated. That means you have registered yourself as an affiliate. Fine. When you become an affiliate, right, you are getting these options, guys. Edit your affiliate information, your tracking code. Some tracking code you are getting based on this code, right? You can generate the links. Okay. You see there is some. If you select this product, right, this link. If someone purchases using this link, right, then that commission will come to you. Okay, this link you will put on your website, guys. Okay, for a product that you are displaying on the website, this link you will put. So if anyone purchases from this link, right, that affiliate product sale will happen, and your because of this ID, right, this tracking code, right, that is there in your website, this application will be able to identify who sold the product. Okay, if the affiliate has sold the product, this company will pay some commission amount for successfully selling that product. Like that, guys. This is an affiliate, all about affiliate thing. And if you want to edit the affiliate information, you can come and do it here. Fine. That's fine. We'll explore more about this thing later in the my account options. Whenever we explore the my account options, we'll go through that. For now, it should take you to this my some page. Okay. So this is a doubt we have, right? When you click on the affiliate, it should take you to the either edit affiliate or something. Okay, but it's taking you to the my account. Fine. Anyhow, then we have specials. Next footer option is special offers. So offers page is also there, guys. Special offers page. So here, apart from the affiliate, we have special offers page. Okay, special offers is there where products which are having some offers are getting displayed. We have to test it. Then my account page. So my account. Last one is my account, where we have my account, which will take you to the my account. So okay, where is that? My account is there, which will take you to the my account. What if you have not logged in, right, and you still press the my account? It will ask you to log in. That should happen, guys. Okay, my account. So you have to check this two ways. By logging in should take you to the my account, and without logging in, okay, without logging in also, this should ask you to log in. When you log in, it should take you to the for example, without logging in, if I click on my account, it is asking you to provide the login credentials. Once you give the login, it should take you to the my account. This is the process. Okay, fine. My account is done. Then again, I will log out again. And here we have order history. This also should ask you to log in. So we have to log in again. Login. So everything should happen the same way. Order history. You know, if you have ordered some products using this account, that or the list of items that you have ordered should be displayed here. Order history. So here we have order history, footer option. Done. Done. So we'll explore more about this in the from my account. Also, we can go to this order history. Okay. You see, we have these options. So fine. Done. Then we'll go to this next one. Wish list is also from the footer options. I'll write wish list here. Wish list. When you click on the wish list, your list is empty. That's fine. Okay. So newsletter. If while creating the account, right, if you have selected this as yes, and if you want to make it no, okay, you can change this option, newsletter subscription option. So newsletter also is there, newsletter option, right? So newsletter, last option is newsletter. So we are done with the footer options. We are done with the footer options, guys. Now what next? Few more things are left, guys. That is, we are left with few more things. That is this my account. Okay, we have to go to this my account page. For anywhere we can. There are different ways of going to the my account page. Okay, so did we write the my account anywhere so far? My account, yeah, my account page is there. There are different ways of navigating, right, to the my account page. From order success page, we can go from. Okay, if we log out and if we click on the my account, nothing will happen. If you log in and give the credentials here and say login. So when you log in, immediately after login, okay, login should take to this page like this, ways to navigate. So again, if I go to some other page and click on the my account option in this menu option, okay, under my account, there is my account option. So if you select this again, you will go to the my account page. So next thing is the my account page, right? So ways to navigate. We are exploring the ways to navigate. So there are several options in this my account page. If you clearly observe, so here under my account, we have the several options. There is one more way of navigating, guys. This is right options are there. If you click on this, it will take you to the my account page. Okay, my account right options. My account right side options. Done. That is also done. Then what next? So here under my in my account page, there are several options here. There is something like edit your account. Edit your account information. We have to check if you want to modify any details that you have given while creating the account. That details you can modify from the this thing. Okay, edit your account information link. So here we can simply say edit your account information link. Done. So change your password. Next functionality is change your password. If you want to change your password, you can change. And guys, one more thing, edit your account information link is there. There is an alternative way. Also go to this page. That is, if you say edit, it will go to the same thing. Okay. So here other way to get to this page. Navigate is what is the other way? Edit account right option. Edit account under right options. Right side options. We have this, right? So like even password also is the same thing. Password also we have the same thing. Change your password is there. The my account page. Change your password. So using this we can change the account password. Okay, old password and new password you have to change. That is change your password. So other way is also there. That is I'll write the same thing. Other way. And here. So what is that? Change password. Password option. Password under right side options. Done. So we have modify your address book entries. So if you want to modify your address book entries, you can click on this. Okay, you can. So you may have created given this address while creating the account, guys. You want to edit this, you can edit from here. You can delete the address also. You can add multiple address also. we add one more address, let's see what will happen. Address 2. This is 2. So let's say yes, and okay, done. Something and continue. You see multiple addresses are there, right? Multiple address can be added. Okay, is there anything? Fine, multiple addresses are there. You can get an option, guys, which is a primary address, right? That is not provided anywhere. That option is not there. So we can write down that as a doubt. We don't see any primary option. Any option for selecting the primary address. This is a problem, right? If you don't select this, that's a problem while purchasing the product. Fine. Anyhow, that's fine. Now these are the addresses. Can go back. That is modify your address book entries. Nothing but modify your. It should be under what, guys? It should be under my account. Edit your address book entries like this. Okay, done. So this option can be accessed from the address book also. Same thing. So other way to navigate is okay. So from right side options, address book in right side options. Done. This is also done. So again, wish list. So your wish list is empty. Okay, you are going to navigate into the wish list page, guys. There's another way to go to the wish list page, but we'll write under the my account only for now. What is that name? Modify your wish list. Modify your wish list. Okay, this thing was already covered, guys. Okay, somewhere we already covered this, so I'm not writing this option here again. So I don't want to make it duplicate. So modify your wish list is done. So all these 4 options are coming under my account. So what we can do is I'll say my account category and I'll push all these things under the. You see how easy it is to organize now. Okay, whenever you do some this, whenever your mind changes, you can organize it well now. Okay, ways to navigate. My account is done. Then my orders is come. Second thing is my orders. My orders. Under my orders, we have view your order history. Okay, order history is there. Here also order history is there. View your order history. Okay, there are other ways also. Other ways to navigate. So other way is like selecting this order history from the right side options. Okay, order history in right side options. So we are not only exploring, we are also noting down the things. Okay, this thing of noting down will help you in while creating the test cases, test scenarios, and creating the test plans and so, guys. Okay, this will be very useful, guys. Whatever we are noting down will be useful in the next steps also. Okay, you'll not don't think that is wasting your time. Okay, that will help you in the upcoming things that you have to do as part of the project, live project. Fine. Then these are repeating, guys. Okay, you see when you go to the order history, what is there? Order history page is there. So fine. View your order history is there. So it's navigating. So when you go to the view your order history, what should you find? Your orders you should find. Okay. Find the orders made. Find the products you have purchased. This details should be correct. And the other thing is like there is one more option coming. Order history, order information page. Okay. So from here you can navigate to navigate to or otherwise you can say order information also, order information page. Okay, you can go to the order information page for finding more details about the orders. Okay, so shipping address, payment, how many items we purchased and total everything. You see it's more detailed way, right? Again click on continue, it will take you to the order history. Again continue, it will take you to the my account. Okay, so fine, so far so good. So downloads, if you have purchased any digital products, ebooks or some music kind of albums or something, they will be coming here, guys. Okay, downloads, that is downloads. So I'll simply write down the downloads here. I don't want to make things complex. So under orders only, downloads means digital products will be shown here instead of physical, digital products. There's other way also. Order the downloads is also there in the other way. Other way to navigate. That is sorry. That is downloads in right side options. Okay, this is also done. So then we have a lot of options are there here, guys. Your reward points. Okay, all these options. Your reward point. A lot of options are there. Your reward points. If you have purchased some product which is having some rewards, okay, reward points, then you can find this reward points here in this page. Okay, you see, there are no reward points so far because you have not completed the purchase. Everything is cash on delivery. Once that is approved, right, and it's your purchase, then the points will be added here. Continue. Okay. So again, the same thing. Uh, what is the name here in the right side? Reward points is the thing, right? Reward points. Done. Next one. This is also done. View your return requests. So if you have returned a product, that return request will be there here. Okay. View your return requests. If you have returned any product, you have not liked it, you have got a damaged product, you will return, right? View your, after returning it, you will find that return product here. View your returned products. Easy to understand, it's very easy. Okay. Return request, right? What happened? Did they approve the return or not? Such kind of things you will find it here. And any returns, this is a normal returns, but not product returns. Fine. That's not, this is a different thing. This is a different thing. Your transactions. One more thing is your transactions. All the things you purchased, okay, the transactions will be there here. Cancelled, everything will be there here. Your transactions. This option is also there in the this right side option. So other ways to navigate and okay, transactions in right side options. Transactions in right side options. Okay, done. This is also done. Then recurring payments. This option, recurring payments. So if you have like while purchasing the product, if you have opted for return recurring payments, right, the details will be displayed here. So kind of EMI kind of thing is okay. Recurring payments means EMI kind of thing. So here also that option is there. So we have to check. And if you have any doubts, like if you are not clear about what exactly is recurring payments, we can put that as a doubt also, because information is not very well. So you're not able to understand by just going through the application, right? So even I have some at some point of where in my mind I also have a doubt about that recurring payments. So what exactly is this? What exactly is this recurring payments? So client will explain you more if you are not understanding that. Fine. So recurring payments is done. Then my affiliate account is another section. Already explained this. What is my affiliate account, right? But I will list down here. So my account page has all these things. The other one is my affiliate account. My affiliate account. Okay, my affiliate account. Under that, you can, if you have not registered, you are getting another one, right? So let's say this is already registered. So if you have not registered, you are getting registered for an affiliate account. So if so, here there will be three options coming, guys. First of all, if you remember, I registered already. That's why the two other options are coming. Register for an affiliate account should be there. Once you register using from this link, right, then these two options will come. That is edit your affiliate information and other one is custom affiliate tracking code. Custom affiliate tracking code. Done. Okay. You'll be checking these options anyhow. You want to change anything, you can change. And custom tracking, I already explained this thing, right? The link for you select some product here, and for that a link will be generated. If a customer from your blog will be purchasing using this link, right, then you will be getting some commission from this application. Okay. So this is all about affiliating. Okay, affiliate marketing. So you can learn more about affiliate marketing on the web, because a lot of information on affiliate marketing. So people not only earn from ads, people not only earn from by selling the products, they can also earn from selling other people products also. If I am there, I have a blog, I want to sell the products of this tutorialsninja.com e-commerce application. I can join here as an affiliate, and then I will take this tracking code and append this tracking code to all the product links. You see, I can select the products links. This affiliate code will be attached here to the product link, and if someone purchases using this affiliate link, right, then if a sale is coming from this code being there in the website, right, then I will be paid. Okay, this application will be paying for making this payment possible. Okay, this product purchase possible. So like that. So that is affiliate, and we have finally newsletter. So affiliate, is there anything on the right side also for affiliate? No, 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 nothing is there. Fine. Newsletter, finally newsletter, guys. So here we have newsletter. So here only one option is there: subscribe or unsubscribe to newsletter. Subscribe or unsubscribe to newsletter. Unsubscribe. Is correct only, right? Yeah. Subscribe or unsubscribe to newsletter. There is an alternative way also. Here, this is option. So when you click on this, you'll be taken to this. If you, while creating an account, right, if you have selected yes, and if you want to change it to no, you can change and no, continue. Okay, it will be updated. While creating an account, if you selected no, and if you want to make it yes, you want to receive the email updates or some newsletter from this, okay, PDF format kind of thing, displaying the products and sales and offers and all those things to your email address, right, to your account email address, then you have to select yes. Okay, otherwise no. Marketing purpose, newsletter is a marketing of this application. So other way is also there. Other way to reach, that is a newsletter option in right side options. Fine. So we have carefully explored the complete application, guys. It took a lot of time for us, more than 3 hours, you can say. And this is very good actually. If you keep on exploring, right, this is how we explore the applications. Okay, this is how we explore the application. And whatever the small doubt also we will get if you explore the application clearly. Whatever the application you have to test, you have to explore like this from top to bottom. So logout, finally logout option. Anywhere logout option is there. Yeah, logout is there. Different ways. Yeah, right side options we already mentioned. Fine. So while testing the application, we'll get more other things, guys. Okay, so whatever we got is good only, but still there is a scope. Okay, we may have missed something. So sometimes what happens is when you dig deeper into the application, while you test it, while you create the test cases or something, while the next steps are going on, right, you may get more ideas of this navigations and all which you have missed or which you have forgot or whatever it is. Okay, so you can complete this. Okay, you can maintain this mind map for the future sessions also, right? And this mind map will be useful in the future sessions for when you want to create a test plan, test cases, test scenarios, and all those stuff. Everywhere it will be useful. You see, high level, everything is there. Fine. Anything left, guys? I think I covered everything. Okay, top to bottom, everything is covered. Nothing is missed. Nothing is missed, guys. Fine. So this is how, guys, we have to explore an application. This is the final session about exploring and understanding the application, guys. It took us 3 sessions. Starting from session 9, we started exploring the application for understanding it, and we continued that in the session 10, and the current session, session 11, we finished it. Okay, it was about like 3 hours, more than 3 hours we have to explore and understand this application. Fine. So since I have a very good hold of this application, the exploration was very fast and we are able to fastly understand the application. But if a new application comes and if you are not aware of that application, right, it will take some time, guys. Okay, it's not so easy. Okay, not so easy. So it will take some time. So apart from the exploration, right, okay, apart from the exploration here, we may also have to do some more thing, like for example, if you are given a Photoshop application, okay, if you are given a Photoshop application for testing, then what you have to do, apart from this exploration from the application URL given, you also have to search for Photoshop on the Google, guys. Okay, you may get some information about this Photoshop. So everything, a lot of information is there for understanding the Photoshop application. Okay, so here for this application, this is a self-hosted, so you'll not find any info. But this application, like if your application for testing is given by the client as Photoshop, then a lot of information for Photoshop will be available on the Google. You can even search Photoshop in YouTube. Okay, and get a lot of understand the application. Okay, let's say there is some application instead of Photoshop or regular application. Let's say some application is given like Lightshot. Okay, there's some application like Lightshot. So you want to explore about this application. So here, when you Google search, you will get this kind of websites. There will be some. You see what is there. So some you will get a lot of links, guys. Okay, about this Lightshot. See more. See more. Okay, 10 best screenshot apps. Okay, it's a screenshot app. You got some idea. Okay. So any other where the people are explaining? See, people are explaining everything like okay. So here, so something related. If you are getting right, you have to keep on exploring, guys. Okay. So help documentation is there. You suddenly when your application is a testing application is Lightshot, you actually found help documentation. Go to the help documentation. So from this help documentation, you see facts page is there, tutorials page is there, learn more page is there. You can understand more about this Lightshot because you have to test it properly. So go to the facts and understand each and every point of this facts for understanding the Lightshot better. Like this, guys, every corner we have to explore. Okay, not just the application URL the client is giving. You see, they even have some YouTube videos. You have to go through each and every YouTube video to understand the application better. So understanding the application will not happen only by exploring, guys. Okay, you also have to go through some tutorials, help documentation, YouTube videos, some website URLs, help document everywhere we have to explore and understand, keep on noting down this content until you understand the application. This exploration also happened because we want to understand the application better, right? Similar way we have to Google search this content or find the content around this application that is given for testing on the web to understand this application well, guys. There are several ways to understand the application, not only by exploring but also searching in Google or YouTube, watching the YouTube videos or any other content or information given by the client, mock screens or anything. Okay, by putting everything together, the main purpose is to understand the application, guys. Okay, there are several ways. Let's note down what are the several ways of understanding the application. One is by exploring the how to understand the application. Understand the application given for testing. Okay, there are several ways for understanding the application given for testing. One is first way is like we have to explore the application. If the client has luckily given you the application URL, simply open the application URL and do whatever we have done so far like this. Okay, this is the first way of understanding the application. And if you get any doubts, note down the doubts like this and ask all these doubts with the client and get them cleared with the client like that. That's the first way. Second way is if the client has given some documentation, okay, some requirement documents or something, requirement documents. Then go through the requirement documents and understand. If you get any doubts from the requirement documents, ask with the client. Okay, or some helpful documents client has given. Any other helpful documents apart from the requirements, some discussions or anything, images or flowcharts or diagrams or anything. Helpful documents like examples maybe many things, guys. Helpful documents means some discussions of the client, or it can be flow diagrams the client has prepared, or some mock screens before the building is built. Some visualization screens will be there, right? Similarly, before the application is built, the mock screens will be created. Based on the mock screens design only, the developers will be developing the application. So such kind of mock screens if the application is not ready, from that also. Or some help documents, help docs. For the Lightshot we got a help doc in the Google, right? Like that. Okay, so all these ways. And sometimes if the client doesn't give you the application, if the client doesn't give you anything and you have to start understanding the application, what is the only way, guys? Only way is to Google search, guys. Okay, even though the client will give you the application URL or documents or any other thing, even though he gives or not gives, we have to Google search, guys. Okay, we have to Google search, and also you have to find any YouTube videos also. YouTube videos or any other content that is displayed on the web should be found and for understanding the application. And that will actually make you understand the application better, guys. Okay, no matter what, these are all the several sources for understanding the application in the beginning stages of the project. The first step that we do after the project start is understanding the application by following all these steps. Okay, so hope you understood, guys, what we have to do after after a project is given for our testing. The first thing is understanding the application. So this is the end of exploring and understanding of the application, guys. In the next session we'll go with the next steps of the project. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Bye.